Well, this is part 4, and it's starting to come to life now. The little bits here that are the markers, these are the bits for scoring. If you score points on a line, on a particular line, you put your marker there. And because there's 9 rows, it's possible to have nine of your markers up the row. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So they give you 9 pieces each for each player. And I've laid the tiles out in order. So there's so many A's, so many B's, so many C's, so many D's, E's, F's and G's, H's, I's. And the funny, peculiar thing about this is that there's a QU there. There's a QU there, and over the other side there's CH, ED, ER, LY, ST, TH, and the rest of the tiles that didn't actually fit on the thing, because there's 100 tiles and there's only spaces for 90. So there must be sort of 10 line in the bag when you well there's more than that, because you only put out 27 tiles. That's 3 rows of 9, and that's there up the middle, 4, 5 and 6 row, because it runs from row 1 to 10, and 4, 5 and 6 are a different colour, because that's where you lay the tiles initially. It didn't really show you in this. I haven't got a picture of it, but they've already got the tiles on there. I don't really want to confuse you with them. Yeah, they have a set pattern and they stick to it, but they don't show you the board on its own. Yeah, there they've got the tiles lined up on that one, and you have 5 tiles. You take 5 tiles each for each player, and I've got to do. I've got to make these little benches yet to put the tiles on. I forget what they call them now. I can't remember what they call them. I'm terrible for names. And yeah, I've got a bit of. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with the back at the moment. I'll probably do it so it makes it stark. I might do it black, and then I'll have a yellow for the middle, and then possibly orange or something underneath. When you take a tile out, you know there's a tile missing or something, or whatever. I've got to. It can't be white because I've got white tiles, and it can't be black because you'd never see it. That there was one taken out of there. So I'll come to some arrangement, and I'll let you. You'll see it later on when I've done it anyway. And I've still got to make a bag, because that bag is from another game. That's just to show you what there is. So I'm virtually ready now to play the game. I've got some blue ones of these, which I showed you earlier, which come from another game actually. So I've got to make 1 blue, 1 red, 1 green and 1 yellow. I'd probably do that. I don't have to. I could make them all black if I wanted to, or all white or whatever, but I think I'll do them so that each got their own colour tile rack. It's the tile rack, isn't it? Yeah, so they're quite easy to make these anyway. They're nothing special. And I certainly wouldn't pay the price for them what you pay. Any of this can be homemade. You can make any of this at home. I've just shown you. I've done it myself. So I'm always amazed what you can make out of bits of card and paper and a knife and a craft knife and a little bit of effort. And quite a bit of time, like, of course. Anyway, I'll stop there. And those are the peculiar tiles that are not in any other game that I've ever seen, where you've got double letters, CH and LY and things like this. Yeah, there's only 1 J. There's only 1 J, and there's no Q on its own either. It's a Q and a U, so there's no Q on its own. I don't know whether I might put one in. It might warrant a Q. I don't know. I might be happier with it just a Q, because there is a U. There are U's. So if you had well, I don't know, I'm not quite sure whether it's worth it or not. But anyway, I don't know if that's interesting anybody, but I've got a lot of thinking to do yet. So, and I've got a large board at the side here, and I've got to cut a piece to go underneath, so it makes this fairly rigid. It's fairly rigid, but it's not. You can't move it around, it would snap in the end after a while, so I'm going to put it on a board. I'll probably shampoo the edges and make it look comfortable. I might even do it brown to get a wood effect. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'll stop there, and when I've done it I'll let you see it. Well, I think this is stage 5, and I did stick that piece of paper underneath and painted the outer cover in black, and then glued it on, and I also pasted the board underneath, and the position at the moment is contrived. I mean, I haven't played a game or anything like that. I've just put the pieces on to show you what it could look like in the future under a game conditions. And you can see the little counters at the side now. 9 for each player, and Green owns this word, so he made that word. If somebody comes along and makes a bigger word, I don't see how we're going to make a bigger word from Coxey's, but this one could become, I suppose this one can become PS for Psalms, and whoever laid that, whoever it was, if it was blue would put his on and yellow would come off, like so. So as soon as somebody makes a new word or anything or whatever, the scoring positions change automatically, and this reflects what you get at the end. So that all the scoring is done at the end, which is a good thing. I like the scoring at the end. I don't like to score up while I'm going through a game and thinking. I'm not good on maths anyway. I'm not a mathematical person. I don't mind letters and things, but I don't want to be adding up while I'm sort of enjoying a game. I've got to clean it up at the moment. I've got to. It's about 5mm thick, which is quite thick. It's as thick as one of these. These are 5mm, so it's quite thick, and I'm going to clean it up with my trusty little sander, which I haven't got available at the moment. And then I might shampoo the edge, and I'm going to put the name on the front here, Jumbulaya, and there I might put it on the sides as well to flash it up. And I don't think I'm going to do much else to it, not really. I'll probably learn the rules properly, but yeah, as far as I know, a QU counts as one word, so you only score 1 per QU. But when you're scoring up at the end, if you've got these in your line, they score for a point, so they are extra if you can get them in. But people are robbing off you all the time. You're being robbed all the time. People are changing. They can change. You can do 3 things on your go. You can change your tiles, and at the same time you can shuffle these around to make a different word, if there is a different word there. And you can take up to 2 tiles away from, but only on 1 row at a time. And you can take 2 tiles away and give 2 tiles of yours in to make another word. So you can do about 3 or 4 things on your go. And the bit in the middle that I was trying to tell you about, the goldy bit in the middle, I'll just remove these to show you. That's where all the things start when you begin. So these tiles go right up to the top, and yeah, it's very fresh. It's just I've just glued it all together. I've got to be very careful, and I couldn't wait to get it on camera. I was so pleased with myself that I'd done it at all. But it probably looks better on the camera than it does. It's not looking too good at the moment to me, my eye. But once I've cleaned it up and put a bit of polish on it and varnished it, and I might put the numbers 1 to 10 across the top for some reason. I've got no idea why. But I will do, because it's important for people to know what row's what, because if you get 10 tiles in a row, apparently the game's over. If you can get a 10-letter word, the game is over, and you've won the game. Or the game stops. You haven't won it, because it's all to do with the counting up at the end. I don't mind the counting up at the end. That's quite good. I'm quite looking forward to playing this with my daughter and my son-in-law and the wife. She might be coming this weekend, so I'm trying to get it, rushing to get it finished. That's another thing as well. But as I say, it's a bit contrived at the moment. I've got to put a bit of varnish on them. It doesn't take long to dry the varnish. It's very quick drying stuff. And I've got varnish on the underneath of this. You can't see it at the moment for the light, but it has got varnish on it. Yeah. So it's just about finished. I don't know. I'm going to get it all in the box. I didn't want to put the board in two halves. I wanted the board to be one complete piece, actually. And I was a bit worried about the gaps between the pieces, because I thought it might affect the thing, but it doesn't. It doesn't bother. You can see the words quite easily, and up and down and across. Because when you play the game, when you finish at the end, the first person, as soon as somebody gets a 7 across here, and all these are filled in, if these are all filled in, and you get somebody's got a 7-letter word across here, anybody, you can look down for a word which is called the Jumbulaya word, and so I'm trying to look for one now. It's quite a good game, this. It's got to be a 7-letter word, or 8, 7, 8, 9, etc. Well, there's only 9. It's only 9 down here, so it's the maximum you can go to, and you score different. I think you get 15 for a 9-letter word in a jambalaya or something like that. They're quite good figures for scoring. Anyway, there's quite a lot to the game, and I didn't really want to talk about the instructions, but I'm very pleased with the board, and if anybody wants to make one, it just takes a long time, that's all. It's cheaper to buy it, obviously, but I do enjoy making these. It's something to make, and I'll finish this off completely, and then the next stage will probably be the finished stage. I need to make a bag. I need to make the dice holders, these to hold these for the players, and one for each pair, one for each colour, and that'll be it. I'll stop there.